Welcome back to Vigor. It's your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. If you don't know what the JSS is, the JSS stands for Jets Stealth Squadron. And within the squadron, we have members who share the same mindset as me. The mindset of, I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to get some loot and get out. If I need to kill somebody, I'm gonna need to kill somebody. But I'm not going to actively chase and send bullets at the first Outlander that I see. I'm not going to ping the closest person next to me right when the countdown starts, or right when the countdown ends. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you get into the JSS? Well, we have, well, I would like to think we have level 1 and level 2 members. Level 1 members, all you gotta do is join the Discord. And the Discord is linked in the description of every single Vigor video that I place on this channel. I'm going to get into the requirements for level 2, but before I do that, I'm going to draw your attention to the video. And yes, I stopped right there to make sure I was recording. So we're here on Sagbruk. And in case you didn't notice, look, I'm not going straight for the container. I'm letting, how can I put this? I'm letting the tree blossom. Hear that? That's the sound of the tree blossoming. I'm letting the fireworks go off first. Then I casually walk up to it like, okay, now let's see what's up here. And so as I'm crouch walking, that just happens. And now wait and now listen. I know somebody's above me. I know they are. So all it takes is for me to turn around and wait for him to appear. Now that he's gone, all we gotta do is hop up here and make sure that this wasn't the only person that was up here. Now, we heard, what, one set of gunshots and another set of gunshots? So that tells me, number one, that's some evidence that nobody's around. And number two, look at how he aggressively came after me. You don't do that unless you're absolutely sure that nobody's around. So, what I'm going to do is take all of his ammunition off his body. Then, I'm going to walk back up, or scale back up, to the container that is very logically placed on a railway carriage. Great job, devs. I really appreciate this. I love trains. In case y'all didn't know, I freaking love trains. Now, I'm going to loot it. And so with all that being said, how do you get to be level 2 in the JSS? Well, there are a couple of requirements. I say a couple, there's a few. There's a few requirements. Requirement number 1, and this is the most important. You gotta have at least 100 encounters played in this game. You got to. And you're probably asking me, but Jet, why can't we join straight out? Why can't we join as soon as we play the game? Well, here's the thing. Within your first 100 encounters, you are going to realize what kind of player you are, or the path you're heading in. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get killed so many times in your first 100 games, you're either going to get upset and drop the game, you're going to become upset and turn into a Vigor F1 SVU loadout player, or you're going to take a path like me and realize, maybe I shouldn't run everywhere. Maybe I should slow down and watch these POIs, points of interest. Maybe I should not use the detector at the very beginning of the match. And you see, it's within those first 100 games that you realize what kind of player you're going to become, if not the path of what player you're going to become. You're going to go along that path, basically. Now I'm going to get into the rest of the description, but check this out. I believe right here, I'm going to hear somebody. And there they go. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Some of you more trigger-happy viewers may be upset with me by the end of this video. But don't worry, I'm going to explain my actions. And so I give chase, right? Because why? Why? What if he loots that body and he sits still for about 3 seconds? Perfect headshot. I done looted the container. All that's left is that guy's body with 2 LMGs in it. So if he stops, or if they stop, and loot his body, and they sit still, which they should because they're looting their body, perfect opportunity for a headshot. But he doesn't. Okay. Maybe he's just trying to get out of here. And so as I wait and I watch, yeah, they're getting out of here. I'm not going to chase somebody down the middle of the map when I haven't even touched, well, chase somebody down the edge of the map when I haven't even touched the middle of the map. And that leads me into the second requirement of joining the JSS at level 2. You have to have at least 51% or greater survival rate. And that just tells me that you're trying to survive out here. You're not worried about kills. Speaking of kills, we don't have a requirement for kills in the JSS because we don't care about kills. We care about you surviving. We care about making sure you know how to play the game. That's what we care about. And so I'll use a detector because I'm trying to make sure that nobody's around me. And I check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the guy that I let go is currently heading down the railroad tracks. Okay, cool. So what do? I go back to looting. I go right back to looting. Other players, not knocking them down. This is just how they want to play the game, and that's completely fine by me. Other players will rush straight to a red dot with their bugle on 3-round burst, if not full auto. And you see, I have a bugle on me. Am I going to use it? Well, you just gotta wait and find out. Just gotta wait and find out. So knowing that one Outlander used a comm station behind this red shed, which has the safe in it, I'm gonna open this bad boy. I'm gonna open it. Get inside here, open the safe, and watch this. I'm not going to sit inside that shed. And this is why I'm telling you, you got to have at least 100 encounters played. Because then you'll realize the mistakes that you've made prior to your 100th game. And then you'll be like, oh, so I shouldn't do that. This game has a really high learning curve. And in my opinion, I'm going to say this in a future video too. In my opinion, the players that you are in the encounter with set the difficulty for that one encounter. Makes sense? You're not going to pull off any really good headshots on a skilled player because you're going to keep moving. Don't believe me? Watch some of my videos. Watch some of my videos. But if you have a trio of default skin players, aka looters, and they're all walking around with pistols and holding X on a weapons box that has nothing but a PM part in it, then, you know, you don't feel as pressured. And don't worry, I'm going to get into more requirements of the JSS in a minute here. Look at this safe. Look at this. This is trash. I don't need anything here. So I'm going to make a bit of a misplay here. But given time, I had to do what I had to do. I left the weapons and ammunition in that safe. You see, when you analyze the beginning of the lobby, you look at, you know, default skin players, looters, and you'll be like, oh, I ain't got to worry about him. Well, now you do, because you left a machine gun and an assault rifle in the safe. what is a new player going to do? They're going to loot everything in sight. They're going to loot everything in sight. So just as a precaution, I checked the detector once again, and would you look at that? Somebody's heading straight toward the barred house. So now I know somebody has a very dangerous LMG on their back right now. Because look, they ran from the comm station, and it took them that very long amount of time, actually, to get to the comm station midway to the barred house. So they were sneaking up there because they seen a message at the bottom of the screen saying, hey, the safe's being unlocked. Go kill this person. You know what I'm saying? And so the third requirement of a JSS is that you gotta have at least 2 suppressed weapon plans. Because, I don't know, I like using suppressed weapons, but at the same time too, suppressed weapons have a bit of a skill cap. A minimum skill floor you have to achieve. And you know, I like to teach people how to play this game, and I do that for these videos. And yes, I was around when suppressed weapons first got introduced. Yes, they broke the game. So, you gotta have at least 2 suppressed weapons. Their plans, I mean. But Jet, a crossbow is a suppressed weapon, right? Right? Okay, touche. A crossbow is technically a suppressed weapon, and no, I'm not going for this airdrop. The joint's out in the open, on a roof. I'm not doing that. You gotta send me, or email me, a clip of you getting a kill with a crossbow in an encounter. That will take off one of the suppressed weapon plan requirements. If you can pull that off, you got my respect. Then all you gotta do is get 1 more suppressed weapon plan and you'll be fine. No, eliminations don't count. You gotta be a full-blown encounter, family, where the risk is on your head. Now, those are the requirements of the JSS. Notice how I didn't say anything about kills. Discord server link is in the description. Now, going back to what I said about I'm going to make some of you trigger-happy players mad, I see a guy right there in that bush. I'm not going to take a shot. Do you know why I'm not going to take a shot? Look at the weapons on my back. There is no scopes on the Bugle, if not an MP5. Granted, the Bugle has amazing bullet velocity, and granted, the MP5 is very accurate. But by the time I land a shot, it probably won't be a headshot because of the dispersion of the 3-round burst. And what's that guy gonna do when I hit him in the neck and not the head? Get up and run away. I'm not gonna shoot unless I'm absolutely sure that I can hit him at least once. And so right here, I'm watching him. I'm like, come down this wooden log path. Come down it. But he's not. You see, if he did, I would have waited until he got to about here. And now I would have started blasting. Because he had no cover. That's the difference between me and some other Vigor players. And again, this is no shade at all. I'm just drawing the differences. Other players will shoot as soon as they see somebody. Me? I'm going to wait for them to make a mistake, if not go out into the open. And then take a shot. So what am I doing right now? Well, I'm chasing him down. I realize the slight error of my ways. Perspective may be different. And yeah, hindsight says I probably should have used a Vigor for that because of the quicker bullet velocity, but I prefer accuracy. And so now I switched to it to only realize that, well, he's gone now. He is gone now. And so the rules of my engagements are thus. Don't shoot unless you can land a headshot or think you can land a headshot. Don't shoot unless they're in the open. Shoot when they're looting a body. Don't shoot if you're being chased. Because if you're being shot at while you're running away, they got you. If you stop in the open and turn around and aim, they got you. If you're being shot at and you didn't expect it, keep running. Find cover first. Then retaliate. But by the time you find cover and retaliate, a smart player, an above average player, what they will do, they'll be gone already. And yes, this is double XP weekend. The encounter is, but the time of the recording, the time of me making this video is not. That I'm past. But back to what I was saying. A smart player will have already found cover, if not be heading toward cover whenever you turn around. That, number one, that is the requirement of being a part of JSS. All the things I outlined earlier in the video. And just now I listed all of my rules of engagement. I may have missed, like one or two. But look, if you're a new player, or an existing player, or a player who's returning to Vigor, I would like for you to maybe watch like one or two videos. If my videos aren't your cup of tea, I completely understand. There are some other content creators on Vigor, and that, look, watch whoever you want to. But if you enjoy, please consider giving me a subscription and a like on this video. As a matter of fact, like this video if you are a new player and enjoy the content that I make. And so I hope to see you in the next episode. Until next time, peace.